What's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2024, and today I want to talk to y'all about relationships in this day and age. I gotta be real. Relationships in this day and age are trash. And they're trash because, for one, people think that they have all these options, right? They feel as though they don't have to work anything out with you because they have so many other people to choose from. There's plenty of fish in the sea, right? But the funny thing about all these fish in the sea is that most of them are polluted. They have warped and twisted thinking. They are corrupt. They are deceptive. I look at this world, and every day I'm just disillusioned by how people can be so cold. Nobody wants to work anything out. Nobody wants to try to fix anything. Everybody these days, whether it be a friendship or a relationship, a romantic relationship, they want to take breaks all the time. They want to break up. They feel like they're missing out. And so they want to go out there and test the waters, right? But what they come to realize after they have tested the waters is that there's nothing out here but games, lies, deception, disease, just disappointment. You know, if you have somebody that is committed to working things out with you, if you have somebody that is loyal and honest and willing to work on their flaws, hold on. And you best hold on tight. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing out here. There's nothing out here but wasted time. You know, they say these are the last days, and I really believe that. Because nothing lasts these days. Everything is temporary. Everything is short term. It's just disgusting out here. And you know something? I'm really happy to be single. I gotta say that. I'm so happy because I see so many people paying for love. I see so many people out here buying love, especially women. Women, you have my sympathies because these days, there's so many women out here that are paying for love, doing it all in relationships, acting as the mule, pulling the freaking cart, making sure that they do everything, making sure the family gets what they need. It's just crazy, man. These women out here nowadays, they're just pulling the heavy load. They're pulling the relationship. They're the ones carrying the relationship. They got a baby in one arm and their man in the other, nursing both babies in their arm. This man, he's an adult child, sucking on her teat. She's trying to hold on to him and hold on to the baby. This is why women are tired. Women, you have my sympathies. You really do. But then at the same time, you also have my anger. I get angry at women because a lot of times, you know, as a man saying this, I'm a man. Keep in mind that I'm a man saying this. You enable and emasculate men. Women, some women, you enable a man's dysfunction and you continue to emasculate him by not allowing him to carry some of the weight in the relationship. You're doing it all. You're the mule. And the funny thing is, the men know this, and they feel as though they got the upper hand because if you don't do it, there's always another cleanup woman who will. And are they wrong? Nope. Nope. Because there's always another woman who will pay for everything, who will do the heavy lifting in the relationship, who will take on all the emotional labor. So why should these men get it together? Why should they get their act together? They're being rewarded for doing nothing. They are being rewarded for doing the bare minimum. People will pay an arm, matter of fact, rephrase. Women will pay an arm and a leg just to have a dick in their bed. There it is. There it is. Women will pay an arm and a leg just to have a dick in their bed. And the thing about it is this, is it worth it? It's not. It's not. Because I'm going to tell you right now, as a single man who has been in a slew of relationships in my early 20s and 30s, I can tell you from personal experience, I'd rather be single and have my peace than be in a relationship where I'm doing all the heavy lifting, where I'm doing all the decision making, where I'm taking care of all the bills, and I'm literally carrying that relationship. Because to be honest, you're in a relationship alone. All you have is just a warm corpse next to you. You have a warm corpse. You are entertaining a warm corpse. Women will hear this and they will continue to entertain the warm corpses of dead men in their lives who basically just are part of the furniture. All this just to have a dick in their bed. And this is why I opt out, because these days nobody wants to respect you. You know, you got cleanup women over here, right? You have a standard. You let your partner know what your requirements are in a relationship. You set healthy boundaries. Shouldn't that be rewarded? It's not, though. Because this man knows that he can go out there and triangulate, right? And tell you, okay, you don't want to put up with my mess? Okay, she will. Women, get mad at the cleanup woman. Stop getting mad at these men, because the thing about it is this. They can only do to you what you allow. So if there is a united front, if you all stand and band together, right? And begin to work on your self-confidence, your self-esteem. Begin to recognize your self-worth. Begin to respect the universal standards of women, right? Respect those universal standards. Respect those universal boundaries. Begin to form sister circles. You'll start to notice a shift. You will start to notice a dramatic shift in the behavior of men. You know? And men, we have to do our part too. We have to stop letting so much of our ego drive. You know, we have to start really tuning into our emotional life. And women can help support this by not perpetuating the cycle of patriarchy. When a man cries, don't call him names. Don't try to emasculate him because he's in pain or he's depressed. Respect the fact that he feels things. You know? You want a man with high emotional intelligence, and yet at the same time you punish his emotions whenever he shares them with you. You know? So it's a two-part. It's you know, we have both got to do our work as men, as women. You know? I'm just thinking this is why relationships are so damaged, because everybody out here does not want to respect love. They have grieved the spirit of love with their negativity, with their resentment, you know, with retaliation. There's so much, I gotta say this, there is so much misdirected anger in the world. People who have left toxic relationships and didn't stand up in those relationships now transfer that anger onto the new relationship and expect someone new to pay for the mistakes of the old relationship. How many times does this happen? You get into a new relationship and you expect the new partner to pay for the mistakes of the old one. Or you try to reenact old unhealthy dynamics in the new relationship as a way of recouping all the things that you've lost in that past relationship, like your self-respect, your dignity. Now you take that energy into the new relationship and you expect this partner to carry all that. It's not fair. It's not fair. Trying to make somebody else pay for the mistakes of someone else. No, that's not fair. I think a lot of people, what they do is they get into a lot of rebound relationships as a way to heal, right? They're not done grieving the last relationship, but yet and still they get into a new relationship trying to regain their power, trying to regain their strength. And the thing about it is this: you can't bring that old trauma into this new relationship and there not be a consequence. People have got to start dealing with their trauma before they enter into relationships. Nobody and no new partner is required to help you unpack your bags. That would be nice, as we do heal in relationship, yes. But they are not obligated to help you unpack your baggage. That's for you to do. You have to do that work. You have to make sure that you are relationship ready. There's people out there who are not relationship ready. They're not. And this is what happens. They enter into a relationship and they end up repeating old patterns of behavior because they have not taken enough time to heal. They have not taken enough time to really deal with that underlying, that core stuff, that childhood stuff. They haven't really dealt with it. And so they get into relationship after relationship after relationship, and they start to realize that it's not other people that are the problem. They are the problem. And so we just got to take responsibility. We have got to take accountability, and we've got to take ownership of the way that we show up in relationships, you know? And this is why it's just so hard to be in a relationship, because everybody is at a different stage in their development. Everybody is at a different stage in their awareness. And trying to find people who have a compatible awareness, who are in alignment with your level of awareness, that's challenging. That is so challenging, because we're all at different stages. We're all at different stages, and trying to help somebody unlock their awareness as a therapist, as a counselor, that's challenging. That's very, very difficult, because sometimes no matter how many ways you explain, you can draw a diagram, people still don't get it. They don't make an emotional connection with what you're trying to say. And so it takes some time. It takes certain experiences to help unlock someone's awareness. But that's what makes relationships so challenging, this differing level of awareness. And so yes, you definitely have to be patient with someone. You know, but there is an age-old conundrum. And that conundrum is, should I wait and be patient with this person, right? Or am I blinding myself to the potential of this relationship so much so that I'm blocking my blessings and my future partner or my future friendship, whatever have you, you know? So it's like you want to know whether or not I should give this relationship time, or is this just something that will not improve with time? It's trying to strike that balance sometime. I'm telling you, it's very challenging. You know, it's very easy to live single. And yes, there's some challenges of singlehood. You know, sometimes there's boredom, there's loneliness. There is sometimes this feeling of, I'm going to die alone. Let's just put it out there. I'm going to die alone. I won't have anybody to help me if I get sick. But here's the thing, even in relationships, you got couples who are dying alone. What if your partner dies before you do? So, like I said, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee at all. You know, when you're single, you just roll with the punches. You deal with it. But yet and still you can sleep at night. I tell you, in relationships, I was in relationships all throughout my 20s and 30s. And many of them, not all, many of them I was always jolted. I used to wake up in a panic. Because my spirit, it detected some real, just something wasn't right there. This just wasn't something right in that relationship. I wasn't in alignment with these people. And so my spirit picked up on that. And so I realized that being single is a gift. It's a wonderful gift. And I love it. I'm enjoying it. I can breathe. I can sleep. I have my peace. And peace, as you get older, is priceless. It's priceless. Because with the aggravation and stress, you got people in relationships. I've heard of stories where people, women and men, were getting strokes because the stress of being in a relationship was so great that they were getting sick physically. Their bodies, but they could say that they were in a partnership. They could say that they were taken, that they were in a relationship. You know, sometimes we get so blindsided by the title and so starstruck and enamored by the title that we fail to realize the work and the truth behind being in a relationship. You know? We're so in awe of having someone call us baby. We're so desperate to have somebody call us baby that we allow so much nonsense to happen just so that we can say we are loved, right? Just so that we can celebrate, for those who celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't, but just so that way we get a chocolate box of, a box of chocolates, a chocolate heart on Valentine's Day. We tolerate so much abuse. Women tolerate so much abuse just to get a bouquet of flowers. Funny thing is, those same flowers that they're giving you are the same flowers that's going to adorn your tombstone after these people kill you with their stress and their aggravation. So it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. That's why if you can be single, please be single, because all this in this day and age, yeah, it's too much. So once again, thank y'all for listening. I wish there was a solution, but all I can say is that life, let me just say this, life is about learning how to ride the waves. You know? Life is all about learning how to ride the waves and roll with the punches. And so right now, this is the wave we're on. We're on the wave where the dating pool is polluted. Casual sex is still on the rise. And muted emotions are encouraged. So we just got to ride this wave until we land on the next wave. And And hopefully the next wave is something more spiritual, something more enlightened, something more loving, something more beautiful. And I think that that's coming because, like I said, every generation has a shift in consciousness. You know, when you think about the 90s and the 1900s, you know, basically there was a lot going on there. There was a lot of fantasy. I've noticed that in this era, there's a lot of reality. We're being given a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. We're being given a lot of truth. And a lot of lies are being exposed. You know, so I think ultimately what's going to happen is that we're going to get sick of entertaining the lie. We're going to get tired of living these beautiful lies. And we're going to really, really own the reaffirming truth. And I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that. But we just got to ride the wave. We got to ride this out and try our best not to crash against any rocks along the way. So, thank y'all for listening. And if you are dating or in a relationship and it's a good relationship, you're getting 80-20, hold on. Hold on. Because this it's tough. All right, y'all. Peace.